I am building out a brand new film studio, and the centerpiece of this whole operation is 50 Nanoleaf Skylights. This is a game changer. Let's talk about them. Nanoleaf has created a beautifully diffused full RGB CW LED panel to complement or replace your pendant lights or can lights in your ceiling. What makes them so awesome? These 1400 lumen panels can be expanded off a single power source with up to 99 panels in as crazy of arrangements as you can think up. I have 50 panels linked, and 70,000 lumens looks more or less like the surface of the sun. That said, they are impressively dimmable and can dim down to an imperceivable level of brightness at 1%, making them exceptionally versatile, especially considering that you can control them all individually, which I will show off. Each panel weighs a mere 1.4 pounds and measures in at 11.8 inches by 11.8 inches. The colors of each panel can be designed and sculpted individually or as a group with hue, intensity, and colorful dynamic motion, making your ceiling feel almost like it's coming alive. When you buy them, they come in starter kits of various quantities and then expansions. The starter kit comes with one main unit, and the rest are included expansions essentially. The first panel must be hardwired with available electrical connections in your ceiling, and then you can use power connections and data connections to hook your expansions into the arrangement. Based on the data ports that are used, the system will know exactly how you've arranged them, and that pattern will be shown precisely in the app. Power flows from one panel to the next, so the first panel is wired into your home electrical, and then the power cord from the second panel will run through one of the rubber grommets on the side and plug into one of the 4 remaining power ports. On each panel, one port brings power in, and 4 can send power out to the expansion panels placed all around it. This video is sponsored by, well, you. And the best way you can help feed my family is by subscribing to this channel and giving this video a thumbs up if you find it helpful. Installation tips, rapid fire. Tip 1, the order of these power cables does not matter. Run them in any of the available ports on the previous light in the chain for them to receive power. It's the data cables that are most important to tell it what the arrangement looks like. Tip number 2, make sure you kill power when running power cords between panels. If you don't, it is very easy to fry the motherboard. Tip number 3, the lettering on the panels that say A/C on 2 of the sides and B/D on the others mean nothing. I've confirmed orientation does not matter. Tip number 4, knock out the small plastic pieces where your wires will run. This will keep you from crushing them when installing the cover plates. Tip number 5, route your cables along the marked paths and secure them in the clips to keep them from running over any of the LEDs and creating weird dark spots on the diffuser where the light is blocked. And tip number 6, when all is said and done, each panel takes about 20 to 30 minutes to unbox, mount, and wire in, with the first one taking about an hour to make sure it's straight and wired properly, so be prepared for that. Nanoleaf Skylights are fully compatible with HomeKit, Alexa, all the major IoT platforms, although I didn't see Matter listed on the website, and they use a simple scan of a code on the manual that comes in the starter kit to get it logged into the app. 1 code per arrangement, up to 100 total panels. Mine acted a little funny when I was entering the code, so I went to do it manually. That worked on the first try. Once you get it set up and have all the tiles installed, you'll immediately see the full arrangement in the app. Time for the magic. This app is broken into 4 main sections: the dashboard, discover, resources, and schedules. On the dashboard, you'll see all the panels represented by one icon. This is where you'll see all of your Nanoleaf devices and the rooms that they're in. Tap on the light and you can see the current lighting scene, the intensity, and on-off switch, and multiple ways to change the appearance. You can also see the full arrangement of your panels, which you can select and rotate to match the orientation of your room. Scenes are where these lights transform. These are pre-programmed sets of colors and dynamic animations to bring your skylights to life. They're represented by 3 possible icons: the bucket, which is just one solid color; a water droplet, which represents a series of colors that will dynamically change; and music notes, which signal that the scene will reactively change when music is played. So throw on your favorite track and build a custom feel for your next party. You can build your own or download pre-made scenes. The Discover page will allow you to find and test tons of pre-made scenes, see what they can do, and if you like them, you can download them for future use and save them to your favorites. The more fun way though is to make them yourself. You can create 3 different types of scenes: basic, which is just choosing a color and its brightness; paint; and dynamic. In the paint mode, you can select up to 20 unique colors, although about 5 makes the most sense, and you can paint on those colors selectively to every individual tile. You can then press and hold on any tile, move it up and down to change the percent brightness per tile as well. You can use this to create all sorts of static scenes, and in my studio's case, light different portions of the studio differently. Dynamic mode, this is where I hang out though. Select or create a color palette and then test all of the different color modes. Edit it to refine the timing, color arrangements, and speed of the animation. The highlight setting is the one I find myself using the most, which nicely scatters the colors throughout and changes them over time. Within the settings for it, delay determines the interval between changes, and speed alters the rate at which that change happens. And last, the first color frequency frequency allows you to prioritize the first color above the rest to make it show up more often. If you have 5 colors and set it to 20%, they'll all show up at the same frequency. Vintage Modern is a downloadable scene and a go-to for me every day, bringing that 70s retro vibe to life, as well as one that I made called Tech Tone that provides a teal and orange look that I really love. Resources is just educational material on Nanoleaf products, and last is the ability to schedule lights to turn on and off. You can set the time at which an action occurs, provide a ramping time if, for instance, you want the lights in your bedroom to come on slowly over a set period of time, and then you can choose a pre-built scene to be initiated with the lights that you select. This is crazy powerful, especially if you place them in maybe an entryway to your home to be on at certain times of the day. Or think about what you could do with these as a programmable nightlight in your kids' room with something like the go to sleep setting running for a set period, and then maybe the lights all turn green in the morning telling your kids that they can get out of bed. All of this said, as insanely cool as these are, there are some sticking points that I have to mention. One, you probably noticed it already. Due to the panel's LED arrangement, there's a noticeable dark spot in the middle of each panel and can be seen regardless of brightness or color. It might bother you, I truly don't even notice it anymore, but to each their own. Number 2, if you wire to a light switch, these do not recall your last save state if the power is turned off. They will default to 100% every time that light switch comes on, which is pretty jarring when you expect something less. I personally leave the switch on and then use the app and voice commands via something like Apple Shortcuts to turn them on and off. Much more effective if you want it to return to that last scene that you used. Number 3, these lights have a CRI value of 80, which for those new to that term, the color rendering index is on a scale of 100 and measures a light source's ability to render colors of an object accurately. The sun is a perfect 100, and most film lights are above a 90, so these won't be your main key light on a subject for filmmaking, but they are exceptional when creating a dynamic color tone for a space and even lighting different portions of a scene differently and precisely. Also, because these are LEDs, flickering and banding when filming with them will be a problem unless you have a camera like a Sony a7 IV or the a9 III with a variable shutter speed designed to alleviate this, so keep that in mind. The thing is, it is so hard to capture the full look of these on camera. I only have these at 38% so that you can really see the colors while I'm filming, but truth be told, I usually keep them about 100% or down around 75 to 80%, and it creates the most incredible ambiance in my studio. I absolutely love them, and I would recommend them to anyone if the price is not something that pushes you away. If you want to pick some up, links are in the description, and if you use them, you will help support the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.